Welcome to CrashMagic. In this video we're going to look at a trick that's based on a YouTube video I watched a while back of a great and really easy trick. I've adapted that trick, and in the tutorial after the performance I'll show you how to perform the original trick along with the changes that I've made to it. Let me show you a card trick, and the nice thing about this one is once we have the cards out of the box and onto the table, you will then be able to do all the handling of the cards if I can manage to stop myself. If you wouldn't mind then taking the cards, and to start with, if you could give them a good shuffle. Now once you are happy that the cards are well mixed, if you could deal them one at a time face down onto the table. Now at any point, if you'd like to stop dealing, you can deal as many or as few cards as you like, as long as you stop before the end. And you've stopped there. Okay, if you're sure, we'll put the box on top of the cards to mark where you've stopped. And if you take a look, if you'd have dealt one more card, you'd have stopped on the Queen of Spades, one more, Three of Diamonds. You potentially could have stopped on any of these cards. If you can now remove the box, and please put it to the side. Now we're not going to look at your selected card just yet, but if you could just move it off the top of the pile, keep it face down. And if you could then pick up the pile and look through the cards. So again, if you had stopped dealing any earlier, you could have stopped on the Two of Hearts or the King of Clubs. You could have ended up with any of these cards. Now, if you would like to turn over your card, and let's see what card you did stop at. A Joker. Of all the cards you could have possibly stopped at. And as you can see, each and every card is different, and you could have stopped at any point as you were dealing. Also remember, I haven't touched the cards since we started the trick, and you shuffled the cards thoroughly, and yet you selected this Joker. Now there's no way I could have known you were going to stop on that Joker, or is there? Again, I'm not going to touch it, but if you could open this box, and inside there should be one card and one card only. If you could take it out and have a look. A Joker. So despite you shuffling and handling the cards throughout, I was able to predict you selecting this Joker and putting a duplicate Joker inside this box. Or did I? That would have been the easy method, but instead of predicting your card, I could have teleported your card from the top of the pack into the box. Now of course we know I didn't do that because your Joker is still on top of the pack, right? But as it isn't, and as it isn't anywhere in this pack, just maybe I did use teleportation instead of prediction. Well, I hope you enjoyed that performance. I've looked, but I've been unable to find the original video of the trick that I used as the basis for this trick, so if that was you, apologies, and please feel free to claim the credit in the comment section. So I'm going to start with the original trick, which on its own is so simple but a great faller, so for now we don't need these Jokers. Instead, we ideally need two duplicate normal cards, for example Two of Hearts, but as I don't have a matching pack, if you imagine these are both Two of Hearts. So to set up the basic version of this trick, if you take one of your matching cards and place it in the box, close the box, and then place your other matching card against the box like this, so that it's hidden when you put the box down on the table, and that's your setup complete. So then to start, you can have your spectator shuffle the cards, and once you've done that, you ask them to deal cards down onto the table one at a time, and you let them know that they can stop at any time. Once they're happy and they've stopped, you place the box on top of the card that they've stopped at. And of course, what this has done is to place our two of diamonds, or two of hearts as we are calling it, on top of their pile. So you can then let your spectator see that by stopping at different card, they could have potentially got any other different card. You then get them to remove the box and look at their selected card, two of hearts, which in this version isn't a reveal at all, as obviously that could have been any card. But then you get them to open the box, and for the grand reveal there was a matching two of hearts in the box. So that's the original trick, but as you're using normal cards, you just have one big reveal at the end of this version. So I thought, what if we instead use jokers as our matching pair of cards to introduce a second reveal? So if we again put one of the jokers in the box and hide the other joker underneath, then once we've done that, again have our spectator shuffle and then deal the cards down and stop where they like. Then we put the box on top. This of course puts the joker under the box right on top of the pile, and what we've done is created a second reveal. So the first reveal is that they've stopped at a joker, and the second reveal is the joker in the box. Now I think because we're using a special card, probably the second reveal is slightly lessened, but we now do have two reveals instead of one, which is quite a nice alternative. Okay, on then to the final version that I came up with as in the performance. So for this I started with one of the jokers on top of the pack and then place the whole pack into the box. I was quite keen to try and start with the cards in the box, as I just think it helps to validate the box being on the table during the trick. So once that's done, you of course hide the other joker under the box as before, and you're ready to begin making sure you don't flash that card. Then to start, you take the cards, keeping that bottom card hidden, and take the cards out of the box, but leaving that joker that's on top of the pack inside the box. Then once you've got your cards out, of course close the box up again. Can be a bit fiddly this bit, so this version might be best when your spectators aren't sat too close or all around you. Now of course we're into the same routine of getting the spectator to deal cards once they've shuffled them, and then stopping when they like. Again, when they've stopped, the box goes on top, placing the joker on top of the cards. So now we've got that first reveal as showing they've stopped at a joker, but this time instead of immediately showing the second reveal of the joker in the box, we're going to take advantage of that first reveal possibly being the end of the trick as far as the spectator is concerned. So instead we're going to collect all the cards together as we talk about how the spectator had full control of the cards all the way throughout the trick, and we'll use that as a bit of a distraction to palm off the joker and remove it from the table. And if you want to see a great video on how to palm cards, check out the video on 4Suits channel. So if we've done the palm well, our spectator still thinks the joker is still here on top of the pack. And it's a good idea here to keep pointing to the top of the pack as you keep mentioning the joker to enforce the idea that that joker is still there. We can then of course get the spectator to open the box to find the joker for the second reveal, but then we have this extra ending now where we can say how we teleported the card into the box rather than predicting it before what is now our third and final reveal, that the joker has vanished from the top of the pack and isn't anywhere in the cards. Well, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, please like it and subscribe. If you've got any comments, leave them down below, and see you soon.